Welcome to On The Spot, the show where we put Toowoomba businesses on the spot. Your host for today is Barry Knights. So with today's business, Barry, it's over to you.
Welcome to Power TV Australia. This is On The Spot. I'm Barry. I have a young man with me this morning. This is going to be a very interesting interview. Will, you're probably the youngest person that I've had on the show. How old are you?
I'm 15 at the moment.
You're 15. Okay. Now, Will, you have a couple of businesses. One of them is called I Will Import. Tell me about I Will Import.
Yes, I Will Import is where me and my mum, we teach people for 12 months how they can import. This includes a trip to China, and so we lead them through all the exact same steps that I used to start my toy business.
Your toy business. You have a toy business as well. Tell me about your toy business.
Yeah, so I have a toy business. It's called Will Be Fun, where I have pop-up shops usually. I also sell online, but it's toys that I've gotten from China. I brought them back and I've sold them. So they're usually reasonably well priced. They're all usually primarily for boys. But it's so that because we found that normally, or my parents have found that normally it's hard to buy toys for a boy. And so some of it, and so some of it is toys that aren't based on electronics. They're fun toys that are reasonably priced, that aren't electronic. And then we also have some really cool ones like quadcopters that are just fun boy toys that everyone would like.
What's a quadcopter?
So it's like a helicopter, but it's got 4 separate blades in each corner.
Oh, I see. Okay, so like a drone.
Yeah, so drone, some of them have cameras, some of them don't.
Okay. Now, you're running a business where you're importing and you're running an online store and you're 15. How on earth did you get started in something like this?
So my mum's always been selling and always been in this area of selling at markets. Although she started 5 years ago going to China. And when I was 13, I had the chance to go to China with my mum. You went to China at 13? Yes.
Yes, okay. Did you hear that, everybody? This young lad has been to China when he was 13. My first international tour wasn't until I was 21. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, so when I was there, I spent all the money that I'd saved up, and I bought back 3 different products. But because of minimum order quantity, which meant I had to get a minimum of a certain amount of toys.
Yep. Mum
had to pitch in a little bit of money, but as soon as I sold them, she was the first one I paid off.
Oh, so you don't owe Mum any money now?
No.
Oh, that's good. I bet Mum's happy about that.
I think she owes me a bit of money.
Oh, does she? Oh, okay. We'll talk to Mum about that later.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Now, just tell me something. You said that Mum was involved in this. At 9, I was dreaming about, as most 9-year-olds are, I was dreaming about becoming a policeman or a fireman or something like that. What on earth drives a 9-year-old to want to start his own business?
So I always heard my parents talking about money and talking about business. A lot of my uncles are in real estate, so everyone's been talking about business, and so I wanted to be able to. I saw an opportunity that when I was younger, if I started on a business now, if I started getting money when I was older, I wouldn't have to work as much, as hard, and I wouldn't be struggling as much as some people are. And so I decided when I was, I think, 8. I started saving up for my first iPad because I really wanted it, and when I had enough money, I finally went to the shop and bought it.
Okay.
And that drive, that was amazing. It was a good drive, pushed me to strive harder. And then after that, I decided I wanted to buy my first house.
So you go from an iPad to a house. Yeah, okay. I'll bet there are not many. How old were you when you made this decision?
9.
9. You decided to buy a house when you were 9. Will, tell me, when you do this importing, you said you train groups and you take groups away with you. Tell me a bit more about that.
Yeah, so we take small groups of clients at a time to China, to a few different cities, and we've got a team on the ground. So once they go there, they can look throughout this massive, it's like a massive shopping centre,
right,
with over 63,000 factory shop fronts.
63,000?
Yes.
Yes.
So I think it'll take you over a year to go to every shop if you spend a minute in every shop.
Okay.
It's very, very big, but it's a good sample of what you can find in China. And
Yep.
so once we're there, we teach everyone, they go with our team, and they get to look for their own products. We help them beforehand to find what they should research and help them in that process. And then once they're there, they go look for all the products they've researched. They can then bring them back and start selling them. And if they want, they've got all the skills and all the knowledge that they need. So because they've now gone to China this one time, they can either call up our agents and they can get more products in, or they can go back to China themselves and they don't need us.
Okay, and you also walk them through the sales process and everything, do you?
Yes.
Yeah, and where do they sell? Online or?
So everyone sells many different ways. Some people sell online. We've got a few clients doing a turnover of over $1 million a year.
Wow.
Which is amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, so we have some selling online, some selling offline. So that could be on their own website on somewhere like eBay or Amazon.
Yep.
Or they could be selling at my personal favourite pop-up shops. So that's a little stall in the middle of a shopping centre.
It was at a pop-up shop that I first found you at Grand Central.
Yeah. That's my personal favourite.
Why?
So how I very first got sort of started was once I got my first products over from China. I then decided to sell at markets, and I was making a lot of money, but we thought we should try and ramp this up, see if we can get a lot more money, or like a lot more sales,
Yes.
to get rid of it so I could reinvest the money.
Yes.
And so we decided, why don't we have a pop-up shop? So for the week before Christmas, we booked in at our local shopping centre.
Okay.
And at that stall, when I was 14 years old, I made $10,000 in a week.
Right.
Which was amazing. And so now we've taught other people the processes that I used, so they can also do these amazing sales. We teach them many different techniques to sell their products, because everybody is unique.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you still at school or not?
I am, but I'm doing distance education.
I was going to say, how on earth do you find time to go to school when you're such a busy entrepreneur? Okay, so you do distance education.
Yeah, so Mum especially likes it because she doesn't have to do anything.
Okay.
So it's all online. So I love my computer. I love playing computer games. So it's very handy having it all online. So they upload videos, and I only have to spend 2 to 3 hours of school like a day, and then that gets me through the term.
Terrific. All right. We're going to take a break now, and after the break I'm going to come back and I'm actually going to talk to Will's mum, because she has an interesting story as well, and so we'll talk to Will's mum, and maybe she will have some tips for mums and dads out there as well. This is Barry, you're watching On The Spot on Power TV Australia.
On the Spot, the show where we put Toowoomba businesses on the spot.
Playing indoor netball, cricket, soccer, dodgeball and volleyball is a great way to keep fit and catch up with friends, and the place to go and play any or all of these sports is Action Indoor Sports. There are competitions for juniors and adults of all levels of ability, from beginners to the most experienced. Action Indoor Sports is home to Inflatable World, an inflatable theme park for all ages, and new and coming soon, indoor softball. Go and see for yourself. Action Indoor Sports is located at 31 Spencer Street, Toowoomba. Check out the website toowoombaindoorsports.com or phone 4635 9999.
Hi, this is Mick Jagger on
Classic Vinyl.
This is Debbie Harrow from Blondie.
This is Jimmy Barnes here.
Stevie Nicks from Fleetwood Mac.
This is Reverend Willie G from ZZ Top.
The best tracks from the greatest albums of our generation.
That's right.
From your breakfast and coffee to your drive home.
We've got the classic hits that make your workday
When you got a job to do.
Go by a lot faster.
Hey, if we haven't said it lately, thanks for listening. The home of classic rock.
Don't touch the dial.
PowerFMradio.com.au.
Too much debt? Fixed. Too much stress? Fixed. Too many hassles? Fixed. Central Liaison has helped thousands of Australians with too much debt. You have options, so call today on 0409 344 070.
Hi, this is Ron and Sarah from Hip Pocket Toowoomba. Join us every Monday night at 7 p.m. on Power TV Australia for our new safety show, Rocking It with Hip Pocket. When we explore work safety issues, demonstrate how to use safety equipment, discuss your workwear and PPE options, and much, much more. Find out what safety equipment you need for the job, why you need it, and how to use it in this fast-paced, informative show. Discover a whole new world of entertainment every Monday night at 7 p.m. at www.powertvaustralia.com or download the app from the Google Play Store. And remember, at Hip Pocket, we rock it.
Welcome back to Power TV Australia. This is On the Spot. I'm interviewing today the owner of I Will Import and Will Be Fun. And at this stage, I have Will's mum with me. Lisa, so many parents out there struggle with motivating kids even to get out of bed in the morning. What is it like to have a 15-year-old entrepreneur?
Well, can I say it's quite amazing. It's quite different. I have two other older children, older than William as well. William's always had a drive of his own. And ever since you talked about his story when he was 8 and 9, wanted to buy his first iPad and wanted to buy his first house.
Where does this drive come from?
Not quite sure. We always said he was an old man in a young person's body.
Okay.
And I remember at 5 he said he can't wait till he has kids. And it was like, what? That's a bizarre thing for a kid to say.
Yes.
But for us it's been giving him the opportunities. So he wanted to save up to buy the iPad. So it was, okay, well, how could he actually earn some money? So it was, well, you need to clean the toilets, wash the patio down, just the usual chores at home. And then we had other opportunities, spoke to grandparents and friends, what other jobs could he do? So he was the one that actually had to get out there and drum up the business. And then it was, okay, well, I want to earn some more money, what can I do? I'd given my other two children the opportunity to come to China, and they hadn't really done anything with it. So first thing he said when he was 13 was, I've got $900, Mum, can I take it to China? And can I buy something? And so I said, of course you can, not expecting him really to do anything, just to maybe buy some toys for himself.
Okay.
And when we got there, just something switched in him. And it was like his entrepreneurial switched on, basically.
Right.
The kids have always heard us talk about business, always talked about money around the children, which I think has been a key element in the success of my three children, in particular William. And so I gave him the opportunity. He found the toys. I did the research to make sure the toys were going to be viable. And then we bought them back. It was again just giving him the opportunities. He wanted to go to the market, so it was, okay, book the market stall and rock up there at 5 o'clock in the morning with him, and then book up the pop-up shop and make sure I was there with him to, but he was the one doing the sales. You can't force a 14, 15-year-old to do anything.
No.
So
no, I've had 14, 15-year-olds before, and getting them just to get out of bed is a challenge. Yes.
Well, I have to say sometimes it is a challenge for William too.
Is it? Okay.
But he has a drive. He wants to buy his first house, which he should succeed by the end of this year. He'll have his first house.
He'll have his first house.
Yes.
At 15.
Yes. He'll be 16 he's 16 later this year.
He'll be 16 and he'll have his first house.
Correct.
Yep.
Correct.
Okay. Are you hearing this out there, Australia?
Yeah. So look, it's just really giving the kids opportunities, because a lot of, we've had a lot of comments from people saying, well, I could make a lot of money if I was born with a silver spoon in my mouth as well.
Okay.
But that's not been the case. For instance, William's brother and sister wanted to make some money to get themselves kick-started in a business. So we lent them, it was about $2,000, and bought some goods back with us when we were in China.
Right.
And they had to work, they booked a pop-up shop, but they had to work it, and they had to make the money. And from that they made $16,500 in 2 weeks,
right.
Which then that became their seed money, ready for them both to invest in their own businesses, and they've both launched theirs. And that was with William. His $900 was his seed money,
yep.
And he's taken that, he's invested it. I put in $1,200, and he paid that back to me straight away. That was always, you have to pay me back first.
Right.
And then from there, it's just learning, earning the money, keeping your seed money there so that you can just keep reinvesting it. So everything that we've made has come from that initial $900 that he's done, and
right.
Reinvested it, taken some risks, but taken calculated risks. And I think the key element came for us when we actually took on a business mentor, probably about 18 months ago, and he was able to help. I knew I couldn't take him any further. Right. I recognised that as a business. I recognised he had business sense more than I had, and which it's once you recognise it, you have to give the opportunity.
Yes.
We took a risk and took on a business coach for him who specialised in kids' businesses.
Okay.
And yes, there are some out there. And
yeah, interesting. I haven't heard of coaches that specialise in kids' businesses.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Teenage businesses. Yeah.
Okay.
And so he's been able to walk William and I, and now his brother and sister, through the whole business process, teaching us and helping us where we can take risks and where we shouldn't take risks, and just guiding us along. But we've been the one that's actually had to do all the hard work.
Okay.
Yeah.
For most parents, just bringing up teenage kids is a headache in itself. This must be a huge responsibility for you.
Well, it is. I'm not only his business partner, I'm also his mother.
Yes.
And so having that, it is a fine line that we have to balance.
Do they clash?
Sometimes they do.
Okay.
But it's usually the mum is the one that wins out.
The mum wins, does she? Okay, all right.
Because he's still a kid, and he still has to respect his parents and respect those around him that are having influence into his life. And yes, he's got his nous about him, but there's still some things, he doesn't know everything about everything yet. Not that neither do I. But it's just a fun journey. I mean,
yeah, I bet.
Because of what Will's done, I was able to quit. I had a high-level government job, and I was able to quit that earlier in the year and work full-time. We now employ William's sister. She's on a gap year from uni. And so she works full-time for us, and between when Will finishes school, and he'll work for a couple of hours in the morning doing schoolwork, he'll come into the office, okay, what can I do now? And so, he's writing a book at the moment. So
writing a book, we'll talk to him about his book then.
So it's, like yesterday, it was, okay, you need to just review this particular chapter, and when you've reviewed it, bring back, and then we'll give you the next task, the next chapter to go through. And but he's already basically written the book. It's just the tidy up and the drafting, and hoping to have it launched next month. So that's sort of our goal for that one.
Okay, all right. Okay, well, gee, there are a lot of irons in the fire there.
Oh, absolutely. And look, it's fun. It's just if you can work with your family, and my husband's very supportive of us as well. Yep. What better life could I have working with my family, investing, and we got the opportunity to travel to America. We obviously go to China. We're going back in 2 weeks' time. This will be our third or fourth trip this year.
Okay.
And we had a chance to go to America, over to a YouTube conference called VidCon for a couple of weeks and hang out with some friends. We're heading back to America later this year for a workshop with a really cool guy. And the kids actually had saved up enough money for the opportunity to fly business class to America.
Wow.
So, so it was giving the kids those experiences. And basically, you have any choice in life. You just have to find how to make it work, and basically work hard and get there. And don't let anyone say you can't do it. That's the key
Good
element.
Advice. Yep.
And with Will, just because he's a kid, and even with his sister, who's she's 18 today actually.
All right.
Not to let adults talk them down about what they're doing.
Yep.
And that they can actually do something, and adults are now stopping and listening, particularly with the importing business. One story, when we were over in China, one of our customers, he was a bit off the cuff, and he said, "Oh, well, you could come with me for the day and show me around the markets." And but it was more, I felt it was a bit of, it wasn't taking William seriously. And it was just like, you're a kid, you don't know much, It's just your mum doing this and you're on the side. And the guy came back at the end of the day, and because he said, "I'll buy you lunch." And at the end of the day, the guy came back and said, "Oh my goodness, this kid knows so much stuff. He knows where to go, what to do. He knows his pricing. He knows how to negotiate. He knows how to get the stock back. He knows." And I said, "Absolutely." I said, "He's not just he's not just the front of our business. This guy actually runs our business and knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He knows his numbers really well."
Yeah,
and so Will, this is Will's business. So it's because he's not 18 yet. I said to him when he's 18, "I'm taking my hands off, and you can run as fast as you can, but legally you can't run the business until you're 18.
Now, just tell me, there are probably parents out there that are looking at this and saying, "Wow, I wish I had a kid like that." What advice would you give parents to encourage their kids?
Yeah, so I would say, look, give your kids the opportunities. If they want to earn pocket money, let them earn their pocket money. And, I remember we did a challenge with our business coach where we had $20, and we had to take that $20 and turn it into as much money as we could within the month. So we took the $20, bought something, sold it, and reinvested. And I think at the end, William made about $320 from $20, initial $20, but it was giving him the opportunities, teasing out ideas. And if you as a parent, you think, "Well, I can't do that, I have no idea," find other people, find other influences around that you can put your kids in touch with, because you won't know everything. But put them in touch with other influencers, other business people. William's got a couple of other business mentors that love spending time with him, and William can just pick their brains, and it doesn't become. It was before William had done a lot of work. William actually approached them. "Hey, can you tell me about this? Let's catch up for a milkshake or something."
He doesn't take them out for a beer yet.
No.
Okay.
So putting other people of influence within your kids' lives, and exposing them to opportunities, and don't say no is a big thing. William wanted to fly business class, and I'm like, "Do you know how much that costs?" And so it was like, well, yes, it costs a lot of money, but you know what? We went to our travel agent and said, "Can you make this happen? I don't want to spend much money." And she came back and said, "You know what? There's actually a huge special on at the moment," and it was less than half the price, and we went, "Let's do it," And so you don't know until you ask, but you actually have to step out of your comfort zone, and you've got to get out of your way to allow your kids to succeed.
Yes, Now there's another really interesting comment. I think a lot of parents have a real problem stepping out of the way and letting their kids do it. Especially in our society today, where we wrap all of our kids in cotton wool and protect them from everything. That's terrific. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
We're going to take another break now, and after the break I'm going to get Will back here, and I'm going to talk to him about some of his future plans and dreams, and get him to talk to you about where you can find him, how you can register for one of his tours, and where you can find his pop-up shops and buy his toys. This is Barry for On The Spot on Power TV. I'll see you on the other side of the break.
Hi, I'm Neil from CGD Group, and we do printing with imagination.
Our products and imaging have that wow factor. Whether it be business cards, flyers, the Coffee Gazette, or our brand new A5 video folders and animation. Have your business branding remembered. Call us today on 4639 5553. CGD Group, printing with imagination.
Whether you're a professional musician, a weekend warrior, or just starting out, you need to talk to the experts at Royce Music. With over 35 years' experience, Royce Toowoomba's oldest music store specialises in guitars, drums, and sound equipment, and can even repair and maintain your equipment. Call them today on 46327377. Drop into their showroom at 17 Bowen Street, or find them on Facebook. Royce Music, selling Toowoomba's finest musical instruments.
Welcome along to My Music. I'm Jeff Black. Let me tell you about the T-Bird Diner. Well, just over here, we've got a Ford Custom line that's crashed through the wall. Next episode on My Music on Power TV Australia. I'll see you then.
Welcome back to On the Spot on Power TV Australia. I have Will with me today. Will is from I Will Import and Will Be Fun. Now, Will, tell me, what are your plans and dreams for the future for your business? Now, I know that you're planning to buy a house, so that's one thing we know about. What about the plans for the business for the future?
So in the future, I reckon it'd be awesome to expand it and grow globally. We're thinking of opening up into the American market very soon.
Okay.
Yeah, which I'm very excited about. We're just looking at expanding it. We're slowly adding more people to our team so that they can get something out of it. And so it's like a two-way, so they help us, we can help them.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right. Now, the people out there will be wanting to know, how do I get in touch with Will? Can anybody register for your mentoring sessions? And
yep. So we have free workshops that anybody can go to. We have two. We have one in Sydney and one in Melbourne. They're at the beginning of October and end of September this year.
And how do people register for that?
Yep, they can go to www.iwillimport.com.
Okay, we'll put that up on the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then if they want, they can contact Mum. Her email and her email's on the website. If they would like to contact her.
Tell us what the email is. We'll put that up here.
Yep, the email is lisa@iwillimport.com.
Okay. No.au, just .com?
Just .com.
Yep, okay. All right. And so we've got your website up there. Now, tell us a little bit more about your toy business. Where are you with that? Where can people find you?
Yep, if they would like, our website is currently undergoing some changes, but I believe it's still up at www.willbefun.com.
Okay, that's up on the screen as well. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, and what sort of places? Well, I suppose we should talk first of all about what sort of toys are we talking about? What ages? Is there a limit? So
it's mainly for maybe kids, anywhere from people anywhere from 8. So probably for more boys, anywhere from maybe aged 8 to middle-aged men. Because anybody likes
I would say these are not just kids' toys, these are toys.
Yeah.
Right.
so most of them are for kids, but some of them are for big kids as well.
All right.
No matter how big they are.
Now, what sort of big kids' toys have you got?
Yes, I've got the drones. We have some reasonably high-quality drones, but they're also reasonably priced. They are more expensive ones, they aren't the best quality because you're going to have to be spending a few $1,000s for those drones. But so ours are, it's sort of middle to low range, like end price.
Right.
So it's good for people to get started off in drones. We don't know exactly what toys we'll be having at our pop-up shops, but we always usually have little things like some things called boomerang balls. So you strap it to your wrist, and there's elastic band.
Right.
So you throw the ball and it comes back.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah. And so Cafe, our dog, loves it.
Oh, yes. Yes, okay.
Yeah.
And it saves you having to run after the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, now, are you at a pop-up shop anywhere here in Toowoomba anytime in the near future?
We should have one at Grand Central the 4 weeks before Christmas.
Okay.
Yep. I'm not sure exactly where in Grand Central yet. And then also we should have one at the Gold Coast sometime soon.
Okay.
And in Toowoomba, the ones that I'm at, it's randomly throughout the year at Grand Central, depending on when we get stock in.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. And is there somewhere that on your website where people can find where you are?
Not yet, not at the moment, but we will be adding that in soon. And we always let people know on things like Facebook and social media whenever we are doing a pop-up or going to a market, so that they can come and visit us and buy something if they would like.
What's your Facebook page?
Will Be Fun.
Just Will Be Fun?
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go. If you go to Facebook and put in Will Be Fun, you'll be able to find Will on there and find out where he is. Go and visit him. Thank you so much for coming in today. This has been an awesome interview. This young lad is going to be a real powerhouse in the future, I would think. We will keep in touch with you, Will, and we'll follow your progress eagerly. We'll get you in again sometime and talk to you about how things are going, maybe after you've done your next trip.
Yeah.
This has been Barry for Power TV Australia for the On The Spot show. Make sure you keep watching our show. We'll have more awesome people in here in the future. For now, this is Barry. Bye-bye, Australia. We'll see you next time.
On the Spot, the show where we put Toowoomba businesses on the spot.